And we are sufficiently jumped in. Welcome, everybody. We are talking about Ettercaps this week. Some silly little
Yeah.
spider chubby people. All built like Danny DeVito. I love them.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
They're like
They do,
little barrel
because
people. God, they're so
I
hot.
think something with them too is that there's no, I think lore wise, there's no real way to distinguish them from like male and female. So they all just kind of look like little fat guys.
they'll always be Danny DeVito for me, just because the first time my party went against him, shout out Eric, you know who you are. He literally just said that, where he's like, all right, I just want you to put this for my own mental perspective. He said, like, 4 foot tall, right? I'm like, yeah, kind of. He's like, so you sent an army of Danny DeVitos at us and you expect me to take this seriously? I'm like, ah, crap.
Yeah, the little demon
trash.
DeVitos.
Yeah. And,
They are trash, man.
yeah.
So, a quick Ettercap for people who don't know what these are. They are little spider farmers and spider shepherds that look like that.
Yeah.
And whether or not they're
not the buff guy.
monstrosities... No, not
You
the
know,
buff.
like this, it looks like the Twin movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny
Oh,
DeVito.
yeah!
That's Ettercap.
An Ettercap. In 3.5, they were briefly aberrations.
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
While I think more things should be aberration, that one I don't know if I roll with.
Yeah, no.
Uh,
It depends on the origin.
Yeah, so the main origin, they don't have a set one because they're monstrosities, and with monstrosities, it's like, it's there, it exists. It's not natural, we don't know why it is now. I think it goes into, and I'll go on the tiny little tangent here. The name Ettercap comes from the word Etterkop, which is like a Proto-German or early German type of spider. And adder is poison, like how when you're addled, and cop is just cap, it means head. So poison head. That's what these guys are called. And that was used as an insult in Lord of the Rings, where D&D entirely comes from.
What?
So they're, Bilbo offhandedly calls them...
You made that name up.
Yeah, he called them Ettercaps because it also... Like, if you're a poison head, that could mean that you're a drunk, belligerent guy. So he's just you guys are like shitty little spiders. Like, fuck you. And I think him offhandedly just throwing an insult out at spiders got Gygax's brain turning a little bit. And he's like, what if there were like little drunk men that hung out in the spider woods?
Huh.
So
I do.
Either the aberration thing could come from Ungoliant, the first spider in Lord of the Rings, being a primordial god. So it's like, oh, they're transcendent and evil. Or them being monstrosities. The leading theory is that a group of druids worshipped a demon, like a now dead demon lord that took the form of a giant spider.
Zanasu.
Yeah. Oh, that's a name?
Yes, Zanasu. That's the demon lord that Loth kicked out and fucking.
Oh, yeah. I forgot Loth is not a demon lord. She's a deity, right?
No, she was a demon lord and then she became a deity.
Oh,
so she has like beef with other demon, like Zuctamoy had beef with her, and then eventually Loth became a fucking god, and then Zuctamoy's like, "Oh shit, I'm out." But she still has like her circle or her like layer in the abyss.
The Spider Queen.
Yeah. But please continue.
That's kind of the loop around. That's why they're named that. Those are the two presumed origins, just that druids worshipped Old Loth and went crazy and turned into Ettercaps.
Well, it wasn't necessarily like Old Loth. It was like more so the spider god that was there before her. And then she fucking took up his place. And then she also adopted the spider bullshit.
How do you spell that dude's name?
Here, I'll fucking toss it in the chat.
Yeah.
Zan Ash.
So Lulfsting wasn't even spider. She just like became a poser once she got in the spot.
I think so. Like, I think it was like more just like, well, I like the idea of just, well, I just got this like place, and it's got like all this spider theme shit, and I'm just gonna roll with it.
She's just one of them people wearing a Nirvana shirt but has no idea who it is. Is like, well, I guess I'll look them up now.
Oh, you like Nirvana? Name 4 bands.
Name 4 arachnids.
All the Ettercap druids are like fucking dancing in a circle. They're like communing out towards their demon lord. He's fucking long gone. Lolth picks up the old number. It's like, yeah, who is this? And they're like, who are you? I'm Lolth. Well, we're calling like for the spider demon lord. Yeah, that's me now. Oh. Oh,
Brittany can't come to the phone right now. She's dead.
Fucking dead.
What do we do now? I don't know.
Because I was really questioning it before we got into this, because I was like, it would make sense for, like, I'm thinking, okay, Spider Guy is probably Lolth related, but then it's like, they don't fit the vibe of Lolth because she, again, looking at them, they're little fat guys. I don't think Lolth would like super be into. She's more about like if they were made by, it's not even just that. Like it's like if they were made by Lolth, these guys would have fat titties on them.
Yeah,
very good point.
Think of like. For Lolth, the biggest punishment she can delve to someone is turning them into a Dryad or an ugly monstrosity. Mm-hmm. So I feel like she would be very vain with her followers in that regard.
Could that maybe be like a diss to a dead guy? It's like, yeah, you're so terrible that I'm going to turn you into something that I already beat up and like took the throne of.
Potentially, yeah. Like it's like because I could see Ettercaps. I could see Ettercaps rolling with some Lolth stuff, or just it's more like, you know, paying their dues because it's just like, okay, well, this is the new higher power here. But I don't see Lolth herself creating them, because even in the Drider case, usually Driders tend to be female, and it is usually just because there's like a weird, I think this has to do with old lore, but there's like a weird punishment to it too, of just like, oh, one of the big punishments to being a Drider is that you lose your lower half and become a spider because now you have no genitals. So fuck you.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good old drow lore for you. Brought to you by Ed Greenwood, giving you facts about drow breast milk.
Yeah,
look it up. That's a real thing he did.
Well, that's the thing.
Like 20 years after he wrote anything. I don't know. We could be writing. It's just anyways. I think we can expand on this a little bit, because if you look at Ettercap's lore, literally, there's 2 near paragraphs just built on they freaking hate Fae. They will go out of their way to make.
I like that.
Fae miserable. And drow are Fae, very not stereotypical, but Fae.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Dagoth witches in a Fae world, but they're still Fae.
I think it does also stem from the idea that if you're choking out a fancy forest with darkness and sticky webs, you're going to catch a bunch of little bugs.
Yeah.
And if these guys are adjacent, you're going to catch a bunch of fairies and sprites too and gobble them up.
Part of me thinks of it in 2 ways. I could see rolling with it and just being like, oh, maybe Ettercaps also have that like touch of Fae to them, of, you know, they are near this and hate this, and so it's almost like a like overly Fae kind of thing, of just like they know where Fae are at, and that's why they nest there to like basically fuck them up. So they have some weird like in tune kind of vibe to it, or it's just literally a happenstance thing of they like to be in forests.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Yes, and it's just like, it's like, you know, they just keep getting fucking gnomes caught in their webs and like pixies and shit.
Literally.
But the thing is, specifically hate
gnome this week.
Since they do, like, they're farmers, so they're using spider agriculture. So they're kind of like this cancerous blot that starts in an area of the forest and slowly darkens it and gathers bugs. Like, they start with small spiders, and then eventually they come across large spiders that work like guard dogs or mounts. And then you have giant centipedes showing up in their area that they have a mutual understanding with. So they darken and heavily manipulate the landscape around them, which doesn't leave any room for the Fae that would have been there since the beginning of that forest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it says they actively go after them as well. Not even sprites and pixies. Apparently, they'll encase dryad trees and webs to try and keep them from leaving.
Well, because this is what gets me.
They have beef. It ain't just like happenstance.
At first, I was thinking happenstance, but it does specify. It's like, no, they specifically fucking hate. Like, they fucking hate Fae for what... You know what? That could tie in, if it is... Potentially what could tie that into is maybe being so spider adjacent and maybe now following Lolth potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Lolth would hate Faye shit because Lolth hates her ex-husband.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
I forgot all the elves are caught up in a messy divorce right now.
Yeah. So it would be potentially it's just like Ettercap's just taking up the beef just for the sake of it. And it's just what kills me too is Ettercaps just seem like these little haters. Like they just like to fuck things up. They literally grief forests. They go, I like that they have regional effects. It's like forests become gloomy and dark places while they're there. I like the idea of like a ranger coming by and just being like, "Yep, fucking Ettercap infestation."
Yeah, they would. It's weird that they don't make like major enemies with druids outright. So there would be druid circles in the area, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the Ettercap's going over there. He's festering. We won't deal with it yet. Let him kill a few more Fae."
Yeah,
or Innisfree.
That's what I'm thinking. Is I was just going to make the joke that their posture, so they got the beta posture going on right now, so they could just be hating the chat of Fae and their good sharp cheekbones.
It's Ettercap just like, why do they never want to talk to me? Why do all the cute elf girls never want to talk to me?
They do look perfectly built to like rapidly type on keyboards and grief chats and stuff.
They are.
Why don't they ever crawl in my web?
They're fucking web surfing. They're fucking they also
web surfing.
I get it. They're like also made because let me see. I know that they have like a specific thing for their web stuff of
what if they just Charlotte Web like just write beautiful at the end of a
that's true. I mean I thought you meant like just like having their fucking art of like quickly spinning somebody up in a web or some shit.
Okay, that would be funny if they just got like a bunch of fae and gnomes and other small creatures and just like made like a big Charlotte Web like lettering out of them. I made for you art, my queen, my little fae princess.
Oh, do you love me yet?
I like the idea of them walking around. You know, like if you put rocks in a sock, you can swing it and hit people. If they like bind up gnomes and carry them on, start swinging a little gnome around and hitting you with it.
Doesn't Shrek do something like that?
He makes cotton candy out of a bunch of spider webs.
That's
spider webs, and he gathers up a bunch of bees and stuff. And then he kisses that frog. And did you know that Shrek's ogres exhale helium?
Oh yeah,
that's why that frog
he blows up that frog.
Yeah, terrifying.
Fucking, I love I love that they have web garrotes as like a fucking variant attack thing, because I also just really like that these little fucking thugs in the forest, like it's not just, oh, I caught you in my web. You stumble back and this little ugly bastard just comes up behind you and he starts choking you out. Like he fucking like puts his little like he like spits out web. Because I like now the picture of like, dude, I think this is a bad neighborhood. You have like a fucking Ettercap in the background, just like fucking like pounding his fist. One of them pulls out
like a web.
He's making
has like
You see two punk teenage ones making graffiti on trees out of web.
Another one has gnome nunchucks, like they're just fucking. They're fucking.
A bunch of Ettercap kids like run by and your wallet's gone and there's spiders in its place.
Yeah, they're fucking web slinging, like they fucking quickly fire at your coin purse. They take it. It's like, hey, it's a... Dude, we're on Ettercap.
Oh, I never even realized that.
Yeah, it's the Hitman chokeout thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, I think they should also make little bolas too. Like
that'd be awesome. Yeah, actually. They have like little pixies on them.
Now that we're entering that territory, little heavy pixies.
I like us
the purple Pikmin.
Making the Cobalt Inventor variant of this, where they have just bullcrap contraptions of just like things they web together.
Well, I was gonna say, now that we're getting into the territory of basically they are like shitty evil Spider-Man shepherds.
Yeah.
And so every move that you see Spider-Man do in the comics or the games, an Ettercap could probably pull off something similar. I hate the like little Danny DeVito swinging through the woods like Spider-Man.
You hear overhead just woo as he's like flying across like in the forest, and it's like instead of helping people, he's like it's literally just like it's like fucking.
Your unfriendly neighborhood.
The RKO's a fucking gnome out of a tree or something, like as he's swinging by.
I'm just imagining him primary lotusing halfling.
Oh, you know what? That's what I was thinking of. They kind of built like King K. Rool. Picturing like they're swinging around, they find a little gnome on a branch and they grab him like Bowser and do the upward like down B and they slam him into the ground.
I was imagining just that one crazy Spider-Man move where he just yanks someone and yanks him to him when he's in the air and just like spears them
like
with his
the backbreaker. Yeah.
Do Ettercaps fucking speak? Because there's also no, they don't have. Like
they don't, but some of them do retain intelligence. Some of them can speak.
Because it's because I know
I must have homebrewed that. I had them speaking Sylvan because that just seemed neat to me.
That would make sense.
They have the language of their haters.
Yeah, it's like I speak Japanese just so I know all the slurs.
Yeah, I speak it so that I know how to fucking insult them correctly. Yeah. I know I want them to hear it.
I want the right pronunciation on the slur.
Because you're bringing up how they like are these little shepherds and farmers. They do have the ability to communicate with some spiders. Like it makes me think of in Baldur's Gate 3. I was thinking about, you know how they have the phase spiders that are there, and I'm just like thinking, okay, it would make sense for me if they had like just general pet spiders, like a giant spider. I could see them maybe domesticating it, but I was like, why the fuck would a phase spider listen to them? It's not like they could keep it in a cage. And but then there's a point where like the lore is basically, they can straight up talk to spiders.
Yeah, I think it'd be also the same logic as how people are able to domesticate blink dogs. They're just good at what they do.
I guess that's true.
My actual take on it is they can't speak to spiders, but they learn the body language and inherent nature of spiders. So they're druidic in potential origins. So they've spent so long learning how a spider reads the web, and they share that language that doesn't rely on communication, but that language is a call to action. When all of you feel a certain strand like prick, everyone's going to help kill that thing so that the whole flock gets food.
They know
how a shepherd speaks to its sheep.
Yeah,
the communication is very heavy, but it's not. It's kind of one-sided.
They know like a variant of Morse code is just him plucking strings, just ding, 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 ding.
And this way, Danny DeVito is just like Jesus Christ.
You hear menacing mandolin music from deep in the forest.
That would be so cool.
That would be fucking awesome to have like a bardic like Ettercap just like
Yeah, there's like a harp like built into like a hollow of a tree that he just plucks a few strings of.
Yeah. And they're like the inverse of those buttons that people give dogs, where if he plucks one, it's an order to all the spiders, and if he plucks a different one, it's like a call off, call in. That'd be fun.
It's like you hear like a couple plucks in the distance, and like a bunch of spiders just start descending on you. It's just like, where the fuck are they coming from? There's like this fucking little Ettercap in the middle, just like fucking flicking his web.
Flicking his web.
Flicking his web, flicking him.
I want to believe that Ettercap clothing could be optional. I think they would look cool with clothes, and I like them without too.
I like
just one with like a big straw hat.
They could literally like.
I do like them having a farmer look. I've just had them have kind of like slings or satchels where they just like stitch together some old tethered clothing into clothes before.
Oh, just as like bags and pouches and stuff.
Yeah.
I could see an Ettercap in overalls.
They start sewing, or they start like weaving overalls and shit out of web.
Yeah, they're just wearing like all white clothes.
I don't know why my mind keeps going back to Charlotte's Web. Charlotte's Web of just like the party enters the forest and they just see written on a spider web knife ear.
Oh, that tree says red rum.
No knife ear.
You know those people who can do like the little string net tricks where they like move the strings through their hands? The cat's cradle. Is that the name of like the full?
That's the thing with the silver spoon.
Yeah, that might be one of the moves
Cat's
you do.
Cradle and the silver spoon. Yeah.
Oh man,
they only have because their limbs are shaped like spider limbs, so it's just kind of they should be hairy too, but like the two little fingers that they use to grab and maneuver through webs.
It's interesting. So I was looking through the different arcs. I love doing it every time. Like,
oh yeah,
2E's the only one that really had hair, and 4E they made him full on like look like a
chitinous. Yeah.
What's the space bug? Like they're full on chitin. They don't have their weird flesh.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, Thrycreen.
Oh yeah,
Thrycreen. Yeah, that's like the only time I feel like 4E missed on the art, because I like them being these uncanny flesh monsters, and like
they tried to redesign a lot of the lore. They don't look like Thrycreen. They look like the aberration thing that hunts for aboliths. I'll pull it up there early in the book.
I love the grotesque kind of look of the sack under the throat, like the 3E and the fucking 5E ones have, of because I can picture that too. I really can picture how nasty it would look as they're like spitting out web. You see like the undulation of their like little like howler monkey fucking swollen thing, their pouch, fucking
yeah, because that's kind of me, where there's a monster where I just want it to look gross. I don't want it to look I don't want it to look cool.
These guys are supposed to be nasty. Like I because it fits their vibe. They seem so malicious. Like
they feel like a creature that would be at home in the Shadowfell. Like they don't.
Oh, do you mean the Underdark, or like straight up the land of the undead?
Like,
Shadowfell.
Shadowfell, like
inverse plane of the Fae, where mostly dead things walk.
Yeah, I can see this being an inverse, but yeah, I guess Underdark would be more of an apt thing for him in general.
That's what I was going to point out. Is I'm surprised they are not native to the Underdark at all, where most of their conflicts would be. Yep. They are just forest dwellers.
Yeah,
that is something that I find. That is something that makes me lean like more into the thought of they probably came from that demon lord, because if they were more Lolth related, they probably would be in the Underdark. They're just these other guys that just happen to be adjacent to this other spider stuff. But I like the I feel like they could be really cool grunts potentially for like a Drider or something like that. Like you could have like a spider boss just have like their little posse of Ettercaps, their little fucking like mobsters.
Oh, it would be like a mob hierarchy because you have the Drider and then the Ettercaps, and each of them has their region with a swarm of spiders. And giant centipedes are mentioned a couple times and like what might show up in their environment.
Oh yeah.
So they are just a realm of big bugs. They're another one of those typical creatures where what they want is very clear. They need to eat, and so do all of their spiders.
And but at the same time, it's kind of like there's something to them where they just like to fuck with people. Like it's not even like a prankster kind of thing. It's more like they really enjoy fucking you up. Like they're like, I like going further on this, I really like the idea of potentially straight up just a gang of Ettercaps where it's just like, you took a wrong turn. You're on Ettercap Street, bitch. Fucking.
I feel like they would be at home, all having silk fedoras and a little Patty Messenger hats on.
It's like
all just with old dusters and suspenders. Oi, bruv, you're in the wrong neighborhood there, son.
I like the idea of just like you have this fucking this like, I don't know, underground kind of organization. You're talking to maybe like this head that's like a Drider or something, and you just have these little Ettercaps, like one of them like, you want me to rough them up, boss? I'll fuck them up real good.
Boy, bro, if you walked in the wrong neighborhood, now you're going to get bit. And then like a swarm of spiders. It's like, why is that alleyway so dark? And the Ettercap snaps his little talons, and it's just spiders.
Me and the boys are going to put you in a sticky situation.
Wrap 'em, boys.
Like turning down an alleyway and just seeing a little purple man in a hat. And he puts two arms forward and just a spray of sticky white substance.
Spray them, boys.
Hose them down.
Silk 'em, boys.
Well, you're like fucking entangled.
Put them in bed with some silk sheets. By sheets, I mean our webs.
When you're tangled in the web, you just look on in horror as he starts to like spill out like a big knot of the web, and he gets the garrote ready. He's just like,
that is scary.
Oh god, that was...
like, hey, he's unarmed. No, not anymore. That is a light question.
The motherfucker with the gnome nunchucks.
Oh yeah. He keeps two gnomes in the pouch in his cheek.
Bring over Nunchuck Dilly.
You have like the fucking guy come up with
Chuck,
the
damn it.
gnomes go. You're like the gnomes like,
Chuck.
we're so sorry about this.
Yeah, both the gnomes are still alive, just like, ow,
Yeah,
ow,
the gnomes
ow,
are
ow.
still
It's just the fucking Gravity Falls gnomes. Make it stop. I have a question.
Yeah.
Looking at their physiology, where does their spittle and their web actually come from?
Mouth.
Whatever hole it wants.
It's got to be mouth.
I'm thinking
They don't
mouth.
got no hole.
Wait. They got the pouch. They got the fat pouch under their throat. Yeah. I'm picturing it's coming out of their mouth.
Yeah,
sure they don't have a little cloaca back there?
I mean, they could, but I feel like
it's got to at least poop. I mean,
yeah, I'm looking at the Baldur's Gate 3, the Black Hound promo art, like the concept art. They got them cheeks.
The web doesn't necessarily have to do with like,
that's
where they're like pissing or pooping or doing anything. They probably, I mean, they might have like a cloaca or something. I don't know how spiders necessarily reproduce, but I feel like
webbing or
I think the web funnel itself would probably be like around their mouth, just because they got the big fat pouch under their throat. And
so they would have like a little second mouth on like their
probably like something like that, where it's just like, you know, they just start to, and that way it's like right where their little hands are at too, so they'll just start to like pull it out. Because that is a good question, because at the same time they also have like the straight up web attack. So I kind of do like the idea of like straight up it's like hawking a loogie, like they just fucking like knock their head back and just fucking web
Yeah. The Magic the Gathering arc shows him straight up shooting web out of his mouth.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
So there is proof.
Yeah.
So they don't have to turn around and guess aim every time they spew. That's nice.
They don't have to. You don't see a fucking Ettercap turn around and
goatsy at you. And you're like, I'm not.
Fucking, it just starts. It goes. Oh, I got something cooking up for you.
There's a rumbly in my tumbly, brother. Stay right there.
What
if they're human enough to where it sounds like they're hawking a loogie, like?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it's
just welling up a spool and then launching it. That's gross.
Oh God!
Because I had two ideas in my mind of if they do talk, it's that, and like the idea of if they don't talk, there's something funny in just having these like grotesque things doing all this bullshit while not like maybe at most just doing these little skittering kind of noises. But I like the personality of just like these thuggish fucking like.
Get them, boys. And then like a swarm of 200 little spiders.
I feel like they should have these groups because part of the lore as well does specify that Ettercaps also hate each other. So they don't like being in groups. But I don't know. That's like one thing where I would be like, nah, fuck it. They're smart. They're smart enough to be like, oh, we should have like a group or something. Or
I would kind of disagree with you there. And there's the first line in the 5e entry where Ettercaps watch over their spiders like a shepherd watches over a flock of sheep. So they don't need strength in numbers if they can get numbers that aren't Ettercaps.
Yeah.
Maybe each of them has sort of like a way that they train or a type of personality they like to cultivate in their spiders. And then there's another Ettercap with a bunch of slightly more thuggish or like not as cool spiders, and they're like, hey, yo, fuck you and your spiders. And they're like, what? Fuck you and your spiders. And then they go ham.
I mean, every farmer's got kind of their own method and their own beliefs of what's the right way to do things and the wrong way to do things. And generally it's passed down to just how my grandpappy did it, and I'm going to do it, my grandchildren's going to do it, and my great-great-grandchildren's going to do it.
Like two bordering Ettercaps sitting on their porches and their rocking chairs like, hey, your spider's getting a little yellow there. You're doing it wrong.
You know, your gnome's getting a little color back to his skin. You better drain him again.
Time to drain the old gnome.
Don't forget to feed your gnome chucks. I haven't seen you use them in a couple days.
Gotta stretch them good.
There are these other ones called chitin, if you've heard of those.
They're pretty dope and a lot more intimidating looking.
I feel like I could picture these guys working with like Ettercaps as well, like as underlings potentially, because I feel like Ettercaps would be, because these guys are weak and Ettercaps are definitely like.
Chitines actually are followers of Loth.
Yeah, and those are Loth followers. I could picture like a bunch of these little fuckers with like
those things
mixed in with the spiders that the Ettercap is like tending to.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of fun spider things, like spider based monsters to play around with in that regard. Like because I like
riffs are terrifying. Like that's like the spider one that I would least want to deal with in any.
Oh yeah.
What was it called?
Quadriff, I think it is Choldrith. They are freaking scary.
Oh yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah,
those things.
Yeah, those. I think these guys aren't these guys related to the chitin.
They're all monstrosities, which is
they're
weird.
Type of chitins. They're like the priest spellcaster variants of them.
Yeah, because I remember I used these guys in the game before. They even have like cleric spells and shit on them.
The Choldriths?
Yeah.
Oh, forgot about those completely. The 3E art for them is absolutely horrifying.
These are also like other ones where it's like I could totally see like just an Ettercap with a posse of these guys. Even it could benefit in that too if these are
just a little spider society.
Yeah, because if they have like sunlight sensitivity, I could see them like potentially if they're stuck on the surface, maybe they go like wander off into one of these like Ettercap forests because it's like, oh, it's nice and like dimly lit here. I'm like comfortable here, and they end up like finding some fucking another spider like fucking thing that they could work with.
Yeah. One thought that I had that you loosely brought up with like feeding the gnome chucks, because they need to feed their spiders consistently, do you think they would keep living victims where they would actively like walk up and feed you like rotten slop that
that's how
spiders can come and take from you?
Is they'll put something in their nest, keep it from leaving, and leave it for a while. So that's
you don't want it to spoil
it. For sure.
Spiders, I believe most of them will inject a fluid that liquefies the insides of a completed bug and then slurp it up like a tasty soup, so it's not just blood drinking.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't 100% sir, but no, going from the source material, I know the spiders from the Whispering Woods in The Hobbit, like all them got captured and they left them for a little while, giving Bilbo enough time to recognize to rescue him.
Well,
oh yeah,
and Lord of the Rings, like there's Shelob, she like filled them up with all that white gunk.
Oh yeah, she's straight up whited them out. Holy gunk. It's one of my favorite scenes.
Just like the Ranger from Shadow of War did.
Yeah.
Back to Shelob.
That fucking sweet, beautiful babe filled him up with her fucking white fluids.
With her venom and her poison.
Yeah.
With her adder.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Fucking
So counter argument. Should Ettercaps just be sweet babes? Should they be slightly hotter than Danny DeVito?
I don't know. Ettercaps are good, but like, what
I like them.
Sex?
We got the Drow already. We got the Drow to be sexy spider adjacent things. We don't need the sexy Ettercaps.
Because I do like the differentiation with these guys. If you do want, I guess, the sex appeal, you could. I definitely really like the idea. Oh yeah, leave them as is. Have that fucking focus on their sweet juicy ass. But you could definitely pair them up with Drow or like in general. I really like the idea of potentially a Drider holding up a section of a forest, and that could be I could see that being like a threat for like third level kind of group of just like, oh man, there's like some bullshit that's going down in the forest, and they might think, if players know what Ettercaps are, they might be like, this must be some basic Ettercaps, and it's like, boom, there's a fucking Drider there.
As like a counter reveal of like, oh, we need to leave. The main adventure hooks provided for Ettercaps is a little like a fairy or a gnome or a sprite will show up and be like, hey, so my forest is getting devoured by a big fat spider boy, and my wife and my mom and my grandma, they got eaten by all them spiders.
He turned my brothers into nunchucks.
He took a big bite out of my great-great-grandma.
When you said big fat, I thought that's where you were gonna bring up his wife, of just like my big fat wife got taken by one of these.
My big fat juicy wife.
My voluptuous wife was taken and sucked all her juices.
And now she's skinny again.
My plump pink wife and her Cookie Monster pajamas was taken by
Make my wife thick again. I miss her. Please, adventure, please.
Quest unlocked. Save wife. Alternate victory option. Make her thick again. Like optional.
You have acquired Cookie Monster pajamas. That's so funny, Mark.
you encounter the Ettercap.
These are all I have to remember her by.
I had a Ratatouille moment, except it was me in Walmart at 3 a.m. getting traumatized by the sights I saw.
What the fuck? What?
Fucking
Which Ratatouille moment?
Oh, where like the guy eats and then like he goes back to when he's a child and he's all happy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Except it was me going,
Horrors beyond your comprehension.
Yeah, I would not comprehend that.
I don't wish to comprehend it. I wish to look away. I avert my eyes.
Adventure, I don't want to comprehend anymore. Take it away from me.
Take it all away. But no, I like that idea of just having the reveal, because if anything, that's a fun tie-in kind of thing of just like having that Fae kind of, because even I like the thought with the Drider, because Drider are like sneaky as fuck. I mean, so are Ettercap actually. Yeah. It's easy to pin it on an Ettercap because you could have a Fae that's like, oh, it's these fuckers always fucking with us. Like these guys always pop up. Yeah, how about you go in there and you beat his ass?
My cousin Jimmy.
They're not overwhelmingly strong compared to some of the Fae that could fight them back. Like adventurers aside, it would be a pretty even border dispute. And then suddenly it's like, oh, the Ettercaps are winning. Our people are dying. Yeah. And it's because a Drider showed up or one of the other, like a hole popped open in the ground and they were like, oh, it's dark up here too.
Because that was cool. Yeah, you actually said what I was going to hint at. What if a Drider enlisted Ettercap to make a forest completely dark, where it just happened to be there was an Underdark cave,
like an Underdark outpost,
the Underdark. So they hired them to make a forest completely dark to where the Drow could actually have a little surface area.
Yeah,
because I feel like against a Fae, a normal Ettercap probably relies on those numbers of like having their spiders and stuff to be a threat. And the Ettercap themselves are not that big of a deal, but all of a sudden, if you have like a Drider and it convinces like a couple of Ettercaps to fucking just all congregate,
they'd be really easy to bargain with. Yeah, you just offer them one of the two things they like: killing Fae and food
and gnomes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and gnome chucks.
And gnome chucks.
Mastercraft gnome.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna make that a magic item.
Lots of gnome and thick ass in sweet Cookie Monster pajamas.
It's
an extra heavy gnome chucks.
God dang it! And Logan, I actually think that'd be kind of seems like a video you'd make of where Ettercaps, I feel like, could easily be like a threat to a higher level party if you build them right. Because I know, I was taking advantage of like just trying to make kind of unique traps on like, all right, so this Ettercap's well established. There's been people, caravans, and all sorts of stuff that have come through here before. So they've had a variety of tools and stuff they could use as actual make elaborate traps. Like I know one I had is they'd have like these canopies above, where if they just pulled a string it would just drop like entire like swords, barrels, boxes all on like an unsuspecting party.
That's fun. Yeah. Now you're getting my brain started on like what kind of spider-based traps would you have? Because there's a lot of different types of spiders. There's trapdoor spiders, and then there are those spiders that have like a billion babies. And when the babies are born, they ride the wind using threads that they stick out until they pick up and fly. Yeah. So just having this dark forest, and then there's like a travel road with a caravan nearby, and just a few baby spiders float by, and suddenly you're trapped in a web being dragged into the forest.
I'm picturing when the party's about to kill the Ettercap, and it's like so long, and it literally Mary Poppins away, like shoots out a web,
makes an umbrella out of silk, just floats off.
Silk my babies, and then he like holds them up, and then spiders fly out, and his little umbrella. I love that so much.
Something I know, also crosses my mind as well with like the traps is thinking like it just a quick idea was just like, man, it'd be really fucked if them being so malicious and loving to fuck with people, they keep corpses behind and just like, one of the traps they just throw like it's just a big fucking thing of webbing and a a net falls on you, and the net is like webbing along with like fucking dried up corpses that are just like layered over you.
Yeah.
One I had was I had an Ettercap be like a little mini boss, where it was just an Ettercap that was really well established and just had a lot of time of studying humans and was making these elaborate traps. He made a sling, and that merchant, a merchant that he raided earlier, had a bunch of vials of alchemist fire and acid. So he just had a sling loaded up with them and was just chucking them at the party.
Oh, that's kind of awesome. Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun making just traps. I had some other kind of more classic ones, like just little pitfalls that had little spider webs at the bottom of them. Had some that are the classic like Ewoks fighting the Empire, where it's just logs like swinging down.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Spiders can be milked. I was looking at like some unique things that spiders can do. Sorry. There's net casting where they will like release nets that float and grab bugs, and then there's the bola spider, which I based one of the Stibble's companions on, where it will make a like bolus and spit it out, and it will catch moths and make them fall, and it'll be like,
fucking sick. Holy shit.
Then there's a lot of courtship behavior that they display, which I don't think Ettercaps would. And some don't just use those little strands. When they get heavier, they will create a literal web balloon and then use that because of all the wind current that affects surface area, which is cool.
I just imagined Danny DeVito again, just as an Ettercap. Whoops, I dropped my magnum net.
I dropped my condom for my magnum dong. And another Ettercap is like, oh.
When did you get one of those? We don't have those.
How do you get that on that
cloaca,
boy?
This morning.
I'm going to guess that to mate, Ettercaps just kiss really hard, and then one of them dumps out a few Ettercap eggs.
Fucking I think
silk swapping, as we call it.
I'm gonna imagine that they do like some nasty ass shit.
I mean,
like they tie each other up and they get like little whips with gnomes on them.
Yeah, to make the gnomes watch.
a cat of 9 gnomes, as they say.
A cat of 9. They have them all on the tips of their head. Like wicked.
The Drow have pretty much confirmed that stereotype of they're into that stuff, and I mean,
I guess spiders are freaky. That's what we learned today.
Spiders are freaks,
and gnomes are a very oppressed race in our joke scenarios.
I mean, look at them.
It's really easy. Well, because if it's not gnomes, I feel like we could punch further down and just go for halflings.
I mean, it feels funnier when we do it to gnomes, though.
That big, yeah. Gnomes should either be like garden gnome sized or about the size of like a mushroom, a little bit taller.
Actually, I forget what's taller. I do kind of picture halflings to be taller.
I think they're about the same, just halflings are thicker. They got the Cookie Monster pajamas.
They got the Cookie Monster. I think.
Yeah, because
gnomes are taller. That's just wrong.
One thing
gnomes are taller than halflings. That feels so fucking wrong.
I like imagining gnomes are smaller because halflings are kind of like children sized, as described in Lord of the Rings, of course.
Yeah.
You know why I picture there's halflings to be taller is because I picture it like in a literal sense of like half man, as if like literally half the height of a man.
Yeah, but they're a little lower. That's just crazy.
So what y'all thinking? Like halflings should be about 3 foot and gnomes 2 at most?
Gnomes should be 1.5 foot at most, I think.
Mm-hmm.
1.5 feet?
Yeah. That's like a large garden gnome. They should be somewhere around 1 foot. Just 1 foot.
I feel like they need to be like. I feel like their size could probably range a fair amount, but I feel like it's like
so just like
foot to 2 feet.
Where'd that motherfucker go? I had a gnome.
Yeah, I feel like you're the gnome expert, so I'm just gonna trust your opinion, Logan.
Yeah, why don't I have a gnome here? Oh, he's over there.
I don't have any of your merch, Logan. I do have this little Ettercap that I painted a while back. I mean, I have your books that you signed. You signed them for me.
Oh, wait,
How tall is this?
oh, here he is.
I have a measuring thing.
Oh, he's covered in dust. No.
It's gonna be 3 of my feet together. I'm just having to imagine that.
Yeah. Hey,
Same
Mario, you've done good. You've done good by me. You will live another year.
Covered in dust.
What the fuck?
I got siphoned.
You've got a dirty little Stibbles.
Yeah, I got a fucking filthy ass Stibbles.
What do I have?
Do you not have any adjacent Stibbles?
I got Captain Ginyu.
Yeah,
That's good
really
enough.
close to a gnome.
Yeah, look. He does this.
Oh, is he like bolt action? Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, he could jerk off 2 guys.
Or block 2 major incoming threats.
Fuck!
One or the other.
They're coming at us too fast. We're gonna have to get rid of them all. Fucking
Optional third choice.
Oh, that's a cute little one.
That size.
a gnome.
A gnome.
gnome.
Oh, go.
But what was I gonna say? Fucking
Also Bart Simpson.
Ettercaps.
Shit, it's
Even better.
properly known gnome
He's a
size.
flash drive.
Oh shit! You could fucking split them in half.
Yeah, I love that.
I could literally eat his shorts.
You can put an episode of One Piece inside of Bart Simpson.
I think all of Kill la Kill's on there, actually.
Shit.
Yeah.
Kind of awesome. Fucking what's that? Ettercaps.
We're kind of at the point where we'd say how we use them in our system, so...
I've used them classically, genuinely just as like a small threat to kind of fill out an area where they're in a dark part of the forest. There's a bunch of spiders all over the place, so you introduce some of the basic traps, and then the Ettercap shows up, points a stick at you, and a bunch of spiders of varying sizes all attack. It's a fun little fight, and it works just as well as a gnome fight would, like a little gnome raid.
Heck yeah.
The only difference is gnomes will go find you. Or why did I say no? Goblin. Gnomes will find you.
Gnomes will find you. Call now if your family's been attacked by a horde of gnomes. Has this ever happened to you?
Is there a gnome in your yard?
Have a bunch of gnomes in Cookie Monster pajamas come to your house and beat you up with nunchucks?
Please call me right now if that happens. Call me.
Please, I
I want to know.
Tell me where these gnomes are right now.
But I think they fit well as like a self-contained version of like a small local threat that you can effectively stamp out.
Yeah, like
I believe I cut off Mario's joke to say something matter of fact.
I've also used them pretty like standardly. I guess in my main setting, I have had them technically have a bit more of a Lolth connection, more in the sense of just being an adjacent. It's more like, oh, I have all these spider things coming from this specific area. It would feel weird to just be like, oh, and here's something that's completely unrelated to any of that. Like they're just here. But I had like not a party fight them, but there was like basically a story saying like, oh yeah, there was an opening to the Underdark, and there are these nasty ass fat little like spider creatures that came out, and they were following this like elven like woman on spider legs, and it was just like a thing of like me basically foreshadowing the Underdark to them of like, yeah, there were these guys, and they were also working around with these like blue dwarves, and fucking like giving more so like diving into, oh, this shit looked grotesque as fuck. I don't know what the hell these were. But I feel like that is the big thing for me. That is a cool factor of them, is just the grotesqueness of them.
Yeah.
They're fun. They're fun little ugly guys.
They really are. And kind of same for me, where closest thing I had one be like an actual priest of a little kind of cult figure that's like an insect deity kind of avatar of gluttony. It was a fun little thing I did where I just gave him a few warlock levels and just made him a little bit more of a challenge. Yeah, it was just a fun idea I had where a halfling was trying to make a giant spider farm to harvest silk. And the Ettercap came along and was like, my farm. And he was like, no, go get him. It was fun.
You show up and they purchase farms.
Yeah. Yeah, aside from what I mentioned earlier, where I just had a whole like forest that was lined full of traps and that he did. It was a fun little thing.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, off the dome right now, because earlier I had mentioned like driders are usually meant to be like female specific.
I mean, in Baldur's Gate, there was one that was male.
There is a male one. They don't
thought they were
necessarily
kind of
have
toward
to be.
male since they're like punished drow and
Yeah, they're more likely to disappoint.
Because it's like because there's a whole thing with it of like some of the lore of typically driders are female. In the fact that there is a male one in Baldur's Gate is a bit of a anomaly in itself. But they're all like kind of regarded as abominations, like they're meant to be looked down on.
Yeah, they're exiled too.
But, yeah, because basically, if you're a drider, that means you failed Lolth in some form of fashion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's like what I would probably picture is in my setting. If I messed with that, it would just probably be like, oh, I have also brought up like the establishment of like, oh, there's drider. Drider is meant to be like a female drow like punishment. Maybe for males it's like a harsher fucking thing, and maybe in my setting that's where fucking Ettercaps come from, and it's just like it's straight up like a harder fuck you. It's like, oh no, you're no longer human, you're just like an ugly little fat Danny DeVito thing.
Sheesh. Yeah,
specifically they call them Danny DeVitos.
Yeah, since men in drow society are already kind of already considered second-class citizens, so I guess that would make sense in a way. If you're a drider, it's like you couldn't get any less.
You'd be luckier if you were dead.
Yeah.
Death is still good for you.
We about time for the rating?
Yeah.
I give him a 4.
I'll stick them at a 3. I like them, and they're perfect as they are, but I think their concept isn't too fascinating or broad approaching, but they are a perfect 3 that makes me smile and clap my feet together.
I feel...
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you finish up your thought and I'll get my rating.
No, I was just going to say, like, I feel like they're fun, like pretty easy to just kind of pop in. It could be easy to have like, oh, there's a nearby forest, to fucking toss some Ettercaps in there. That's like fun encounter. They're not going to be necessarily like a big, I feel like my 5 rating tends to be like, how big of a deal will they end up being? But I feel like they're pretty easy to use, and like they'll be like not a thing on their own necessarily, but they're just, they evoke creative little ideas. But yeah, we're gonna see.
Got catch my breath. Did y'all see my cat rip down my blanket?
Oh no, I didn't.
In the background, like I was like,
yeah, that's why I like did the quick turn. So I was like, oh crap, because it sounded like someone was trying to get through the window.
Oh my god.
Yeah, then my cat just slowly walks out of her room like you didn't do nothing, you little bastard. I'm going to go with a 4.5, actually. I wouldn't call them a perfect 5, but I think they fit their role perfectly. They're a great early game monster. But they give you enough to work with to where it could be a fun encounter. You got minions, you got a motivation, you got a plot hook all built in right there.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot to it, and if you put a lot of thought into it, you can make a really creative, fun little thing.
Yeah, I think their concept is perfect. I think the only reason I give them kind of a low rating is because I would, if we're putting everything on a collective scale, like in the face of everything we've reviewed, they're about a 3. But for what they are, they're good little boys.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Maybe being Danny DeVito-esque kind of popped it up in my head because that was just a funny idea in general. How that fight ended was they torched them all, and he's like, "Yeah, since we torched them, they're all kind of like crispy little popcorn chickens now. Can I just eat them like that?" And I'm like,
"Oh my god,
I guess." And you had a barbarian, literally like, and as he announced he defeated him, was just like chewing on one, a bunch of them as he was walking back into town.
choose on little.
You forget that they're only 4 feet, so they're a little bigger than like turkey sized, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had maybe 3 turkeys. But yeah, he said
they're like barely.
I said there's a lot. He basically torched like a bunch of baby ones. So I was just like, yeah, there's a bunch of just like. Oh. So that's what he's doing, just like eating a bunch of tiny little Danny DeVitos. And he was like, can they all be yelling, "I'm the trash man" as they come out? I'm like, sure.
Horrifying.
Yeah, it was a horrifying sight.
All right, you collect 4 pounds of Danny DeVito. Mark that down in your rations.
Yeah, I couldn't comprehend it. I gotta be real.
Fucking yeah, no, they're cool little guys.
Oh, I fell.